Portoviejo. They have such control. Look like pterodactyls. So is that, don't you have a different, like on the west coast, the brown ones are a different species?
Yeah, so on this side, yeah, it's Basiliscus vittatus, and the other side is Basiliscus basiliscus. Yeah, two different species, yeah.
Pretty docile. Not very feisty, you know, it didn't strike or anything.
No, Island stripers are pretty mellow. They're pretty mellow-tempered little snakes. They're using hands a little stick. He just perch on the stick. They're real mellow little snakes. Can't strike far at all. I think of these snakes, I rarely ever seen actually truly strike. They'll snap at you here and there, but
it's right up. I love how they climb.
Yeah, it's cool. They anchor and she's definitely looking for something. Well, the tongue flicking, she's definitely looking for something,
yeah.
Huh? Did you get her stretching her fangs? Did you get that?
I think I did.
That's really cool.
That was behind her, but
You see them do that a lot. They'll open their mouth and stretch their fangs out and then retract them again. That was one of the few snakes that I actually had. Had a couple little eyelash vipers, and they do real well in captivities feed on lizards and frogs. No little snakes. It's right there.
Well, I saw some in Baru, but they were kind of afraid of me.
Now here they'll come right up and steal. If you put like my bag on the ground, he'll come right up and grab my bag and try and bring it up the tree. One dolphin is the same one that was. I guess that's going to drinking water, a little tree hole. Here they're very habituated to stealing. That's cool though. Seeing them drink on it. That's cool.
Oh, he's going to sleep. Crazy.
These are different than the brittle stars. For example, brittle stars will have more little spiny structures on their legs. They're smooth. These are known as serpent stars. A lot of times, interesting vertebrates under. Sea urchin relative of a starfish and stuff, and then echinoderm. They guys feed on different types of like marine algae and stuff. These little spines, sharp spines. So put them in the water.
This particular species often covers itself in different algae that are kind of like the little tube feet that hold on to different types of stuff, kind of camouflage themselves, like little just chunks of algae or just stuff. So you can see these little structures, see all these things coming out now? They're known as their tube feet, they're typical of echinoderms. It's all through water pressure and stuff. Interesting little animals. It's not through muscles, it's actually through water pressure they use. That's how they move these little tube feet, like little things like little suction cups on the tip.
That's what I think of when I think of a sea urchin.
Mm-hmm, more longer spined. Then obviously out here in the reef you'll have what is the long spined urchin. Which is they have real long black spines that are real fine.
I guess that's what I'm used to. Yeah. It's quite an outfit.
See, it's all falling away now. So he's releasing. He's got his little tube feet attached. We're starting to release them because he's out of the water and exposed. He'll just, so you put him back in the water, he'll start grabbing little chunks of stuff and camouflaging himself again.
Octopus. Yeah. pretty.
Structure's always full of them.
Flicking his eyeballs. Yeah, eat that ant.
He's a real nice looking little man.
I wish he would come back out.
He ran down in here. So. Did you get any of them actually climbing, going up and down and stuff, or no?
Should we try to get him to do
Yeah,
that?
we can try to see if we can find a thin, vertical something and get him to.
Oh. There you go. That's great.
Do it again.
No, I think we got that.
I think we.
The one was last night was doing that, closing its eyes.
Yeah.
It's got interesting markings.
I think it's a type of amper if I look at which one. This one's a type of amper.
A splendid leaf frog.
It's not even breathing that hard.
Calcar and ferus. Calcar is like a fleshy fringe, this little fleshy fringe he has there. Ferus means like to have or to wear, so it means like flap wearing, the name of codifer.
Gotcha.
The lemur leaf frog.
Lemur leaf frog.
There's another one.
keep coming.
I can't remember the genus. I have to look at the new genus. It's not Spherodactylus, it's the other genus, these little small, diurnal little leaf litter geckos.
Smaller than the one I saw.
Yeah, these are pretty common. They're in the leaf litter, so you see them just zipping through. They're pretty common, though. You see them a lot in the leaf litter in the forest. Always zipping around in the leaf litter. I feel bad. I'm not complaining. I like it like that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
You know, really like in the old growth forest there, there's some really nice big trees.
Yeah, another thin type.
Yeah, just typically, you know, obviously.
Oh, that was it, right?
Mm-hmm. Fleischmann's glass dog.
We saw that tiny one. That's awesome. Cool, I'm glad you found that. I probably wouldn't have seen gotten any video for a poison frog.
Over here, but even these ones here tend to be a little more skittish. Typically, often call kind of semi-hidden, you know, and they don't seem to be as bold as some of the other populations of Pumilio.